Move on to these propositions on tax increases in California. These were big. Matt, explain.
Yeah, as a native Californian, this fills my heart with sadness. But Jerry Brown pushed through Proposition 30, which is the biggest one, increasing taxes in order to help cover the budget deficit. And
Only on rich people you have to make over $250,000.
Here's the big picture on California. Between World War II and 2008, do you know how many years California had unemployment above 10%?
No.
0.
Okay.
Since 2008, we've had 2009, 2010, 2011 above 10%. It's above that kind of permanently now, based on the sort of blue state model of having public sector unions set their own prices, make their own pensions, and create these promises that taxpayers are forced to keep. And we're seeing the results in California, which is a disastrous economy.
And, you know, California used to be the bellwether state. Trends started there, you know, generally, beneficial trends, whether it was...
Used to be? It's not the rest of the states?
Well, what I was going to say is beneficial trends, you know, it'd be stuff like freshly prepared in-season vegetables at restaurants and things like that. California is now a bellwether for, it's a death knell, really, for what's going on in the United States. It has constantly refused to rein in its spending to a point where it is no longer attracting people. So we should watch California not for what is good that is coming next in America, but what to avoid, because they're killing themselves.
And it's also significant that I think in the California legislature now we have a supermajority as of last night. So they don't need a Republican to do anything anymore. There's no veto power that Republicans have over what So we have a beautiful experiment, right? We have a model. Here's a control group. It's called California. If you want to see how this line of economic thinking works in practice, let's watch this state. And unfortunately, for those of us who love the state, it's going to be a car wreck, but it's also an interesting thought experiment.
And this vote for more taxes makes me wonder what happened to the Tea Party movement. And you two together wrote a book, Declaration of Independence, that independents were replacing Republicans and Democrats. I didn't see that this election.
Well, in fact, when you look at the exit polls and national data, independents were still a major player. You've got a third of voters who are Democrats, a third who are Republicans, and then the rest are independents. The fact is that independents stayed home below their percentage of the general population, partly because they were not being offered anything by the major party candidates. They could have
voted for Gary Johnson.
And many of them did. But we have not seen the candidates yet who are going to get independents to come out. Independents overwhelmingly are socially tolerant and fiscally responsible. And unfortunately, those types of major party candidates were in very short supply almost in every race.
Two other political issues. Gay marriage. 3 states said yes, first time it's been voted for.
And importantly, fourth state, Minnesota, said no to a anti-gay marriage amendment to their state constitution.
A law that would have banned gay marriage, right. But never, I mean, many states have legalized gay marriage, but it's always been done by a court. And 34 states have voted on it before, and 32 states voted it down. Suddenly now, 3 states vote yes.
And it'll be interesting to see how Republicans react to this. If this is still, and remember, in 2004, Karl Rove made that election in part about opposing gay marriage. He is, you know, the Republican Party is reaping what it sowed on this. And David Bose is right to point out there is a huge gap among young voters in particular between affiliation with the Democratic Party and the Republican Party, about 20 percentage points. That is, in my view, almost entirely on social issues like this.
Last point, and not a happy one for freedom. 2 states voted against political speech, free corporate political speech.
That's right.
Colorado on Montana. I thought they were libertarian.
They are, and this is, you know, what they basically said is that they looked at Citizens United and said, oh, this allows too much dark money to come into politics.
Citizens United is the Supreme Court decision that allows corporations to spend money on elections.
So you can still, from a populist perspective, you can say, oh, there's too much money in politics. The way to do it is to keep people from speaking about it. The upside of these ballot initiatives at the state level is that they won't work. They won't be effective at all because the technological route arounds, like Matt was talking about with politics, is even stronger in terms of political speech. It's very difficult to keep people from speaking their mind in kind of larger and larger volume, which is a good thing.
And maybe the way Montana phrased it, corporations are not entitled to constitutional rights because they are not human beings.
That's right.
Most voters will say, yeah, they're not human beings.
Right.
But they are groups of people, and they should have a right to participate in politics.
People always forget that the Sierra Club is a corporation. The Reason Foundation is a corporation. damn it.
On that note, thank you, Matt. And Nick, coming up, I'm excited that